Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Phoenix Point, which, if you can believe it, just crashed again upon me loading the world map. It crashed so hard it also killed my OBS, which wasn't even recording at the time. It was just sitting there, an innocent bystander. I don't want to blame the game totally for the technical issues we're seeing here. I don't know how much of it is my machine. The fact that OBS also crashed indicates that probably something's going on that isn't entirely Phoenix Point's fault, but also I'm not having this problem with any of the other games that I'm recording right now, so I don't know. But I did it. I did the thing. Pandoran layer destroyed. We're just going to fly back to Symes. We're going to wait out the Liturgy of the Divine Flesh. At this point, there aren't really any other game systems going on here that matter at all. Haven is under attack. Like, here's a great example of... I talked a little bit, I think, last episode. I certainly intended to. I don't remember if I actually got around to it. About how, like, it feels like there's a bunch of systems in here that are almost present. Stuff like this, the Missionary Temple doubles the influence range and converts populations. Like, what the hell is the influence range of a Haven? We have never had any reason to know what that mechanic is or what it does. Because it doesn't, like, we have no way of interacting with Haven influence. And whatever's happening, it's happening so quietly and with so little effect that I didn't even realize that there were influence ranges. It's a cool idea that if you help the disciples, they get strong and they start to convert people of the other factions over to their religion, but like the system just isn't actually present in the game. It's just sort of like kind of gently hinted at. And it could be the case that stuff like this is this way because it's the beginning hook for a system that hasn't yet been built and will be built as part of one of the DLCs, because they have a whole season pass thing already, because like video games just don't release finished in the year 2020 anymore. Now we get games when they're at 60% and then you can play them while the dev team finishes them, which when I say it that way sounds like I'm complaining about it more than I am. I don't necessarily think that that's a worse system than the one we used to have. You can still wait until the game's totally done if you want to play it when it's totally done. And in fact, if you wait that long, it will probably be cheaper than it would have been to buy the game when it was completely done 20 years ago. But it does mean that I end up playing games that aren't really finished a lot, and you can definitely feel that. My fault, I guess. I could just wait, like I'm saying. But like, so here's another example. There's 28 attacking force points here. Despite the fact that we've done literally everything we can do to make this haven safer. We built a mist repeller. We got the mist off of it. We've killed every Pandoran building that we have ever seen. Every Pandoran building that has ever occurred close to here. We even did some additional scans for more Pandoran buildings when the mist continued to spread, but it turns out you don't actually... There's no system there to interact with. It's just like, the mist grows forever, no matter how many Pandoran buildings you kill, and nothing's actually producing it. It just keeps growing. So, like, there's no way for me to interact with the system that produces the attacking force points, which means that when the Pandorans show up with 20 points over the health of a Haven, the Haven's just dead. And I don't, like... It doesn't matter. It doesn't hurt us at all for the Haven to be gone. But it feels like... Which is like, that's not a game I'm playing. That's a thing that's happening in the background while I'm playing the game that I am playing. And over here, an attacking force points of 0. Okay, well, enjoy. And maybe there is something I'm doing that's causing these to be... Oh, wow, that's a terrible idea for them. Well, we're just going to keep rolling time forward. Maybe there is something I'm doing that's causing this to be 29 while that's 0, even though I've been destroying all of the buildings in both places and pushing mist back in both places. But if there is... Doesn't it feel like the game ought to maybe put a little bit more effort into telling me? Yeah, and again, here, in a place where there are no Pandoran buildings and the mist is pushed back, here we get 29. I'm not going to try to save this. We could maybe wait for the attacking force to be down to 15 and then go in there and fight a difficult battle. But, like, to what end? Why do I care? We're just going to sit here and wait out the timer. And if the game crashes while loading into the mission, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be perturbed. I'm going to maybe put the series on hiatus until they fix whatever the issue is that's causing it to crash on me all the time. And by the way, before anybody in the comments is like, you can update your drivers, bro. I update, my drivers are up. Listen, buddy, my drivers are up to date. Guy that I invented to heckle me in a way that I've already come up with a counter for. I'm doing everything I can on my end to try to make this stable. I'm not really... The problem is somewhere, I think, between Phoenix Point and Windows 10, and they're both just horrible labyrinthine systems that I have no control over. Oh, are we good? Is everything... I hear enemy noises. That's usually a good sign. Alright, so we have 10,000 units and also 2 scarabs at this base. And hey, look at that. People starting in aggressive positions, and okay, we can maybe do something. We can make something happen here. Where is Pondus? Pondus is not in a great position, but maybe, you know, it could be worse. Also, Benjamin the Gooch Moyer has a shot, potentially. So we have a lot of people here who have never seen any combat before, but are reasonably high level, and I haven't spent all of their XP. It doesn't super matter, because like the Manticore 2 team can handle this by themselves. But it's cool. It's cool that we have more bodies. If I go for the Boom Blast and let them have it thing that I want to go for here, we're going to eat some return fire. We have 38 armor. What is the, I'm assuming these... Oh, actually, only one of these two has a gun. Which gun do you have? Is it the one with the 50 base damage? It is. So that's a little dangerous. Only a little, though. Let's see if we can clip the arm off of that guy, and then it'll be totally safe to just go hardcore grenade bombardment. I'm just going to aim for the actual gun itself. Aiming for the arm feels like folly here. We can try to shoot through the head into the arm, which sometimes works. Okay, we got him. Then okay, I did hit the gun. I dealt like basically no damage, but that's fine. Now there's no return fire. And then over here we have shield and pincer and shield and pincer. Okay, cool. This is actually like a pretty low danger version of this thing.
What's our move?
Ooh, also Vanessa is here. Well, we probably just boom blast and like rain explosions on them, right? I don't see any reason to do anything different. These guys don't even have guns.
Let's see
Got him right in the pincer. I guess there's a pain chameleon. Yeah, whatever. I'm not worried about you. You are not my primary concern. So I don't know if we'll have Marina stand in the open there. I might instead of doing a boom blast. Do you have enough? Ooh, you do not have enough. Well, okay. We could dash, and then I could boom blast. Fire the grenade for 2, and then fire the rocket launcher as well. Or I could just dash into a single grenade shot. That's probably going to be good enough. I have no idea what your movement range is, right? And I can't, like, examine your leg and find out. If I boom blast and take these guys out, I'm not sure if she's actually in danger, is the thing I'm thinking. I don't know for sure that these guys can make it over to her. I'm gonna commit to the explosion plan. The explosion plan is my favorite plan, and so we will continue to use it. Also, Marina is not max level, so this is a good way of generating quite a bit of experience, I think. Okay, who wants to do some cleanup?
acquiring target.
Have Bave armor break some legs, maybe? To ensure that Marina is safe. Where's Lise? What can we do with you? I guess one of those things still has its head. That's probably not acceptable. That was not a guaranteed hit. I'm glad it landed. You're heavily wounded, but still alive, technically. Probably Bave is on these guys. And in fact, is there anybody else back here in a good spot to be able to shoot at one of those two? Probably not. We have to get people, like, basically all the way up to where Bave is in order for that to work.
What's our plan?
So I guess it's all on you, buddy. Let's throw up an armor break. So I could armor break and then adrenaline rush. Get a good armor break shot on the closer one. Just try to drill through the carapace and then do whatever to that guy afterward. I don't hate that. So it will reduce your accuracy by 50% from this. And if we kill you in 2 attacks, then... You know what? I'm not going to spend the extra points. I think this should be good enough. This will kill this guy. Well, I thought it was going to kill that. I thought that first volley was going to do a lot more damage than it did. I mean, it's alright. We get cleanup from you? That's not what I want. There we go. Zoom out. No. And in fact, even overwatching doesn't really help. We could do, where's Tiny? Boy, that's Tiny there. We could just do one of those rally the troops things. Like a dash into a rally, or... Oh, hold on. Who else has any kind of real action here? You can dash this far up. And then dash again? Yeah, okay, we can create a situation where that guy is probably dead.
Never give up.
Thanks to his lost armor. Okay. Apparently we just alerted that one dude. And then we have a bunch of people who, like, should run places. We have way too many people, frankly. Oh yeah, the Scarab exists. Hold on, your turn is later.
I'm ready.
You have a machine gun that you have no idea how to use. You know, I probably... It's not worth moving everybody. We have an awful lot of people with the good Synod head. Run you up here and make sure we're providing willpower to some people. We do want the Scarabs moving forward. Is there anybody else over here that I really have like strong feelings about getting into place? Because every one of those people should be moved before we do the thing. Also, I think it's very brave of the Phoenix Point guys to just straight up put Atticus Finch in their game. No regard for copyright law. Come and get us, they say to Harper Lee's lawyers. You run to here, do this thing. I guess I could have moved the vehicles first. The vehicles probably get rallied. I kind of assumed that they wouldn't on account of their vehicles and not people, but that's not how the game works. I think.
Let's do this.
Alright, you guys get some actual cover. You could try to move. You could try to move. Neither one of you can make it anywhere, though. Oh, you have dash. Sure, why not? Alright, and then at this point, that Scarab is not going to be able to get anywhere meaningful, probably. We'll move the other one in, and then we have Scarab Fire available for next turn, which could be fun. Wow, really good driving. Very solid. Why would that even be an option? Why does it let me do that? Nope, just drive forward? Okay, narrowly missed some red barrels there. It's wild that you can't tell them to go through terrain and stuff on purpose, but they will go out of their way to go through terrain when moving. Okay, so you're available for next turn, and I think I might be done. We should probably move all of the snipers up as much as we can. You know what? You should take a shot. If you have a shot, take a shot. Okay, that one's going to bleed out. But you know what? You're not here to bleed enemies out. You're here to dispatch with extreme prejudice. Probably, this crabman's doing terribly. Actually, he still has 7 will left. I'm impressed by his temerity. He's really committed to the weird alien crabman cause. And I think at this point, I'm just gonna, like, move you forward a little bit so you make sure you're feeding will to people. We have lots of will being fed to people. And then we're done. I'm just gonna... We don't need to move everyone. We have things to do today. We are definitely going to scarab the hell out of some enemies here. That guy just became aware that there were enemies in the enemy base that he came to invade. Wonder how many turns of reinforcements we're going to have to put up with here. Alright, you're going to roll out of the way. Don't destroy that, we need that. Okay, never mind. Disregard me. Just go ahead and crush whatever you want to crush, I guess. I'm going to give some of this. Alright, very dead. And move slightly more out of the way. What does Lise have on this new guy?
All I need is a clear shot.
She does, in fact, have him. Not that it matters. Hold on. Pondus has him, right? Pondus is nearby. Pondus can do a thing. She has the close guy. Here we go. Do I want to... I'm going to vanish. We're going to preserve some action points here. We might be able to kill all of the enemy units right now, and I don't know if it will still make me go through the rest of the battle, or if it will be like, you know what, if you killed everybody at this point, we know how the battle's going to go. My suspicion is it's going to make me play the whole thing. Let's just shoot him directly in his carapace and then finish the job.
Just need the right angle.
Okay. Should be real easy from here. Who wants it? You don't have the will necessary for your armor break, so it's gonna be Babe's job. Babe, run to here, and then adrenaline rush and just shotgun the entire hell out of this guy. Right?
Wiring target.
Actually, I probably don't even have to do the adrenaline rush. Right, that'll get him low enough, and then we can have anyone finish him.
Let's do this. Here.
You, congratulations, you've been nominated.
Aiming.
Can you not shoot Babe? Yes. The lasers are a little close to his head. Okay, if you do actually clear the map, the mission ends immediately. I bet there would have been more reinforcements if we hadn't. Wonder if anybody will actually get a level off of that. Nope. Vanessa got close. Vanessa's actually really close to maxing. It probably will not take long of sitting in the base after this to finish the job. And also, hopefully, we will have no more major interruptions until the liturgy is finished. And also, hopefully, the liturgy being finished will open up the end of the game. Because, like, at this point, I feel like we've sort of completed the mechanical arc of things. Do we have any manufacturing we should be doing? Is there anything that I actually want to build? I feel like we're really set on equipment. You know what? We don't actually have that many auto turrets. Let's make another auto turret just in case. And then, is it like grenades? We have lots of grenades. It feels bad to just be sitting around doing nothing, but I think we're good on equipment, except for maybe the things that we can build instantly. Like, those are the only things that I have a feeling we're going to need. Do we have... We have a spider drone gun. Like, I don't know, make another one. Crossbows are good. Wait, is this the good that's... No, we like the CRB-4? Yeah, this is the cool one. You probably don't need another one of these, but make it. Okay. Put it all in the queue. 22 hours? Yeah, everything will get done. Alright, everybody's fully healed and rested. Experience is continuing to accumulate. New Jericho is building a satellite, whatever. Oh, Phoenix. That's why they stopped me, because there's going to be another attack.
Haven destroyed.
That's fine. We'll just go over there and deal with it. And actually, that attack occurs after the research finishes, so I'm curious what's going to happen here.
Research complete.
For years, the Exalted has preached that one day a great ritual would change the world forever. She called it the Liturgy of the Divine Flesh, and the Ugothian entity believed that she was prophesying its coming to Earth. But the clone body created by the Pandorans is not just a vessel for the entity, it's also a weak point that the Exalted can exploit to stop the entity from controlling its minions. To achieve this, the Exalted must merge with the Ugothian receptacle, which resides within a palace, a giant, well-protected Pandoran structure. Our job is to get her there, and to have faith that the entity will not overpower her mind. In what sense was that a research that I had to spend 4 days on? Are we really not going to get a VO? Okay. The dead god, what you call the Ugothian entity, is reaching the final stages of his plan. His Pandora virus has terraformed the planet sufficiently to begin construction of his palace. When it is complete, he will transfer his mind to Earth, and that will be the end of us. But he believes that I am his servant, and that will be his down... We know this already. This is no new information. Together we will infiltrate the palace. I will become one with the receptacle, modifying its purpose in a way he cannot prevent. I will download all of his knowledge, but not him, not his mind. He will be cut off, banished to his barren planet until the end of time, and all the power he sought to use against us will belong to us. That seems good. That is how we will be perfected, not in the image of some distant god, but by our own choosing. This is, like, objectively a more uplifting, it's a quote-unquote better ending than us, actually joining forces with the Ugothian entity, and I'm kind of bummed out about that. I sort of wanted it to be a crazy, we become something beyond ourselves in a way that's kind of terrifying ending. But alright, a new diplomatic mission has been received. Well, we should probably go ahead and do this other thing, because it won't take very long, and then we'll fly over there and attack the palace. Actually, we want to rearrange our situation slightly, right? We want to use the new Tiamat, because there's no reason to bring 6 soldiers to the final mission. So, of the personnel at Symes Memorial Base, who wants to come be part of a thing? Most of them have managed to make it to max level. I'm trying to think. What would be really good to have? It would be cool to have an infiltrator. We don't have an infiltrator here, but we have... I didn't multiclass anybody specifically for this reason, so that we could make this decision at go time. You know what? I'm not going to worry about this right now. We're going to do the defense mission. We're going to fly these guys back to Symes. We'll do the transfer to the Tiamat there, and then we'll fly the Tiamat. We'll use our ridiculous combat blimp to finish the job. So we should probably level up Grandpa. Grandpa, congratulations. You've earned a level up. Psychic Ward is pretty good. Cannot panic or be mind controlled. Pretty good. Disabled body parts remain functional. Also totally fine. And do we want it... You know what? Your equipment's fine. Everybody's equipment's fine. This mission's not going to be hard enough to warrant a bunch of changes right now. Let's get Pondus. No, we'll worry about that later. Okay, Lisa's also actually fine. And Vanessa, we can't generate more ammo for your gun, so... Sorry. Alright, let's do it. The Mutog will get to participate in this battle. It'll be the first time we've seen it in action. We did not build it for the purpose of using it. We built it for the purpose of loving it, and feeding it, and petting it on its weird Ankylosaurus tail, gently. To be perfectly honest, there's been no reason for us to engage an animal. I guess one thing I don't actually know is how many slots it takes up in a vehicle. I kind of assumed, because it goes in the Vehicles tab, that it would be 3, because both the Armadillo and the Scarab are. But if it actually only takes like 1 slot, it might have been worth using. I guess we'll fiddle with it here. We'll see if it's interesting. Where are you, buddy? Oh, look at you. You're adorable. He can paw strike and headbutt. Paw strike also adorable. Unfortunately, we don't get to see the stats of his attacks. So 40 and 50 piercing, and then this is just 50 damage. Weird. Okay, well, as ever, they came in through the one bottleneck, and we knew that they were coming there many hours ahead of time, and so we are not in position to deal with them, because why would we do that? A lot of these dudes. And over here, launcher arm and gun. Okay. Well, this is a problem. Do we have any of our grenade people forward? We do not. That does make this a little bit more complicated.
What's our plan?
Ready for action.
I just realized how silly it is that that we're able to instantly manufacture grenade launcher ammunition, but we can't instantly manufacture grenades. Well, the play here is probably... Where's Pondus at? Oof, you are way outside of functional range. The play here might be fall back. I mean, if we fall back, we're going to get double mind controlled.
Standing by.
And you can't do enough damage to disable a siren's head in one shot. This is actually going to be kind of tricky. That's not what I wanted. So you are wielding a laser pistol. You have a sniper rifle. What do you have? Okay, hand cannon. They have to have line of sight to mind control, right? I think that's how our mind control works. So I'm thinking realistically we have two options here. We either damage something, blow something's head up so that it loses enough willpower that we can mind control it, or we do that and turn it against its allies and try to do that whole thing, or we just all run away, try to fall back to the place where all of our teammates are and just get ready to actually do battle next turn instead. And I kind of like that plan. Let's see, Tiny, even if we dash him to here, then have him move up and take a shot, he's not actually going to be able to hit the way we want because the roof in here doesn't really allow good arcing. We'd have to get him at least this far forward, clear the doorway before he could shoot anything. Yeah, I think maybe it's just back up. People who are in here fall back. Lise could use dash plus quick shot to at least get one decent shot off. We could start working on one of the sirens.
On my way.
I think I shouldn't be in a huge amount of danger here. You know what, actually, I don't start working on one of the sirens. I try to take out the sniper rifle. Yeah, just blow one of this guy's arms up. Or honestly, shoot his gun. Killing the gun works. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. Because the shot on the arms was far from guaranteed. And we did 5 damage to his arm, so he freaks out and runs away. And then to be perfectly honest, I don't know if it makes sense for her to stay here. Maybe she falls back. You know what? She has return fire. If they want to shoot pistols at her, I think we just let them. Just allow that to happen. You definitely need to be in a place where you're going to provide her some will.
Loud and clear.
Dave can make it back to here and just like take some pot shots at somebody. I think that's fine. What kind of shot do you have? That's not horrible. Yeah, just armor break and light somebody up a little bit here.
Ready to fire.
Does it matter which one? It probably doesn't matter which one. Trying to get the torso and the tail if possible. I believe I did. And then I'm going to have you wait right here as well. Grandpa's just going to back up to like... there's no reason for Grandpa to be in a position to be able to shoot. Although I guess we're going to spend all but one of our action points moving, so I may as well take one shot now, right? I could do an armor break pistol shot. A perfectly silent armor break at you just to rip your armor up. And then make my run. You know what? This is probably fine. I think the aura will still reach Lise. Yep, it does. Cool. Alright, and then everybody else just moves up into fighting positions for next turn. Don't need to be anywhere in particular, just kind of nearby. I don't really want to be visible from the other room yet.
All set.
I don't think that the guy with the grenade launcher has the movement range to... Yeah, he's not going to be able to punish us for grouping up just yet. So Pondus gets over here and is ready for good stealthy shooting. You guys are all done. Vanessa... You know what? Vanessa could actually throw a turret into a place where it might actually do something. That's fun. Let's do that. We don't get to actually use the turret all that much.
Deploying.
That sure doesn't look like it would work. Oh, but I can't... Now I can't move the Mutog up, because it is actually way wider than it looks like it is. Yeah, it's wide like a vehicle. Well, alright, it moves to here, I guess. Yeah, it really is just a vehicle in every way, but with a different graphic. Sorry, not in every way. It has will and stuff. Okay, new siren, not a big deal. I assume the injured Triton's just gonna leave. Seems like maybe there are more enemies that we are not aware of, or maybe this is just like the Arthron's turn. We don't get any return fire on that. That's a shame. It's never... This is another thing that I really wish they would work on the messaging of. It's not clear when you will and will not be able to get return fire. It does not function in a very predictable way. It's clear that it is affected sometimes by cover and firing angle. It might be as simple as, like, the game kind of like runs an internal percentage calculation, and if your percentage chance to hit is below, you know, X, some value X, then it just doesn't shoot. But it's not really easy to predict the way that's going to behave. Okay, 30 damage. That's something. You did something. You accomplished a thing. No one can say you didn't. Armor break and just do that, right? Like, I think that's probably it.
Yeah.
Armor break and double tap.
Ready to fire.
Aw. Don't get my will points back. Okay, that's what I really want to be able to shoot that other siren. Can I vanish to that location? I totally can. So unfortunately, there still is that Arthron that was over there that we don't know where it is, which means I am not going to be able to pick up all of the enemies here. Okay, you are dead. This is a pretty good position as far as restoring will points goes. Let's see. I can move to, like, here-ish. Drop a grenade. Actually, what's my grenade shot look like right now? Can I... No, that would require some intelligent mid-air turning grenades. There is this guy to worry about. Yeah, I'm not super happy with our position, if I'm being honest. There's no sense mind controlling you.
Ready for action.
At least can only shoot at that thing that's already for sure dead. Could step up and get a shot on laser pistol. We're in a position where it just doesn't really make a lot of sense to do things. Like, as silly as that sounds. Really, I can't just, like... I really wish you could adjust your firing arc a little bit, because that's a shot that should be very makeable, right? It would just require Tiny to behave very slightly differently than usual. Well, my guess is that this is not going to be good enough. Yeah, if it was, I would not be opposed to doing a boom blast and then a dash to retreat or something. But as it is, we're probably going to have to move all the way into a position where boom blasting is just going to... It's going to cost my whole turn to do the thing. How about throwing the Yggdrasil grenade? Does that... I don't think that really makes a lot of sense. Also, not actually functional.
What's our move?
Alright, hold on. If I step you forward to here,
Aim.
how completely obstructed is your shot? It's not, but also that's the wrong enemy. Alright, can you get the other one? Yeah, okay. We can move to here, and no, actually I cannot see that siren. That line is going to the Triton. What's your will at? 30? There might be some value in killing this thing right now with Vanessa just to panic the enemies a little bit.
Executing.
Any chance I could kill it with a grenade shot that might also hit the Triton? Nope. Yeah, we might just not get to do anything else, really. Feels like a pretty bad turn. And definitely one where, like, the Triton is going to run up and actually get to shoot at us with his gun properly, and we don't really have a lot of Overwatch available, because we used our... Well, we still have Lease, but that's not going to be enough. Yeah, I don't like how effective all of their cover is. They're able to survive some stuff that I would rather they not be able to survive. Okay, here's what we can do. We can have Tiny run back here and just give people an action point. So if I do that, what changes? We can have Pondus do a rifle Overwatch. I mean, it doesn't matter. Overwatch is massively ineffective, though, in most situations because enemies tend to be armored and you don't get to aim with it. It might still be the right move. Okay, let's make sure everybody has spent something. You do not benefit at all from shooting at the enemy you're allowed to shoot at. But, like, stepping out here and hitting the
I'm on the move.
hitting the Triton at least does something. Do I want to quick aim this so that I can move back and still have an action point for other stuff? No, probably not, because we're gonna do this shot and then we'll move back with the action point from the boost. So I'm gonna shoot for the torso. Turn off his pain chameleon. Now let's try to take his head.
Succeeded.
That way we might be able to get some panics. Like when the what's it called, dies at the beginning of the turn. And then I almost want to have you, like, run out to here. What I really want to do is damage, which is unfortunately not actually an option. I could move to here. I don't hate that. Move to here, armor break that guy, and then just run back inside. Although I guess armor breaking that guy is going to mean that he's invisible for his entire turn, so it's not going to make it possible to overwatch him any more effectively anyway. I mean, I guess. How's the will damage right now? And then, Vanessa needs to get out of the way, at the very least. I don't know what I want you to do, but get out of the way. That way we can have the Mutog run forward for an action point. Then we do this for optimal efficiency. Everybody gets a thing. Okay.
Ready for action.
You're using yours to just return to cover. Bave probably doesn't actually have a strong move with his at all. I can't step over a turret, obviously. That's crazy talk. I almost want to have Vanessa run forward. It's because it would give me the opportunity to shoot at enemies, but like we're in a weird position here where shooting at enemies is not like a realistic strategy. Pondus has the good cover there. We could move Pondus back. She doesn't need the good cover because she's invisible. Or we could even move her out of the way. I'm just thinking like... I think it would be really nice to be able to put Vanessa here. Or even Grandpa. Maybe Vanessa just waits behind Bave. Or maybe because Bave doesn't have anything at all to do with a single action point, Bave gets out of the way. Vanessa moves to here, and we can talk about overwatches and stuff. We can try to feel out a grenade. There's no grenade that does anything at all, unfortunately. Who designed this base? Why would this be like this? Who doesn't want to be able to shoot people with grenades as they approach?
Hold in position.
Mutog doesn't get to play, which is annoying. I mean, yeah, like, look at it. It's just not 3x3. And it's very silly that they make it 3x3. Probably because they didn't want to, like, do all the developing on a new thing when they could just make it effectively. It's just another vehicle, you know? I guess you do a rifle overwatch because there's no reason not to. And then that leaves Grandpa. Grandpa should probably not stand in this position because it's not actually covered against the incoming. I'm going to move over to here. This is still range to provide everybody with free will. Okay. So a bunch of will damage. I'm imagining that Triton that we took the head off of probably just panicked. Oh, maybe not. It's doing a lot of moving. That's wild. We blew its head up and then dealt 10 will damage to it. Okay, here's the Arthron. He's probably just going to shoot at the, Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, that was something. Good work.
Not enough.
Alright, completely irrelevant mind control. And actually, they've stepped far enough forward now that they will be usefully grenadable. Oh, I was kind of hoping he would run over there. My turret, no! I didn't realize that the turret has return fire. I think that's the first time we've actually seen that. Wow, hi! What are you doing? Well, that's something for the people who can't get through the doorway to do. Have we ever seen... Oh, this is the one where we blew up his gun. He still has his arm, so he thinks it's worth fighting. Pretty weird situation. We can now drop useful grenades, right? Oh yeah, maybe even double hit grenade. Yeah, probably not. But this is absolutely a boom blast kind of situation.
Let's see
You know, I'm not going to go for the big fancy thing. Let's just drop a grenade where it's going to hit this guy. Yep, and we take the return fire, but it's fine. Vanessa has a ton of armor. And we also have so many people around to heal if healing is needed. I'm a little disappointed by the very small amount of damage we dealt there, though. My plan was to put that guy in a position where he would not have an arm to return fire a second time. I think probably we want to just finish him off now.
That's a kill.
She would not have been able to do it in one without help. And you no longer have Pain Chameleon. That didn't really do as much damage as I was hoping either. I guess Bave probably has to go kill this guy. Somebody's got to kill this guy. It's not a situation we usually find ourselves in. It's a shame the Mutog can't climb ladders.
Acquiring target.
Okay, well, that's annoying. That guy, it would be real better if he was dead. I guess you just go on Overwatch again?
Overwatching.
And then who else? We get you up top? Why is there a ladder that doesn't go anywhere? Also, hold on, how are you getting up here? Because I was kind of expecting Grandpa to just climb the ladder next to him to climb up here, but it looks like I can't even tell. It doesn't look like this space is on this little walkway. Okay, that's just not where I... Well, that's why it didn't look like the space was on the little walkway. It was referring to the ground behind... That's... This ladder is not... Well, that's annoying. I mean, you still have a gun, right? Sure, I'll mind control you. Go over here and find your friend and shoot him in his face for me. We are definitely not spawning mist. Okay, I destroyed his gun. I think that's maybe the best thing we could have done there. So now there are a couple of enemies left who are like just in very annoying positions here. I mean, I'm just going to leave Bave up here. If this thing wants to attack me and get return fired, that's fine. I don't think it matters which weapon we do it with. You are not really in a position to do anything. Yeah, I guess just run into cover. It's not like you're in danger from the enemies up here anymore. And the Mutog can't, because turret. Guess that leaves Tiny? Okay, you know what Tiny could do? We could jet jump up next to the enemy and then just... You know what? I don't know if it will let me melee an enemy that I can't see. Warcry and just pass the turn, I guess. This has become a little bit of a tedious defense. We basically just need another set of action points to continue the thing. There's still the Triton way off in the distance. Well, the good news is, I guess, my turret's broken, which means Mutog. That's two action points worth of movement, huh? Not very fast, are they? This guy could do a thing. I guess it doesn't really matter, though. It doesn't help us to have him do the thing. We have no idea where the enemy over here is, but they can't be super far away. So I guess that's what you can do. You can run over here and find your friend. He has to be somewhere where he has vision of that, of the turret, right? So, there we go. And Pondus, kill that guy. Now. I only have 4 points left. I think it's better to vanish over to here and just get the one really powerful shot than it is to do any of our other options.
Ready-ish. Hope I don't miss.
Okay, I would really like to not have sniper have to shoot that dude? Whatever, I guess this is all it is. I missed the head. How much health have I left you at? 40? Alright, well. I'll deal with you in a second.
What's our move?
We actually have to be a little bit cautious with ammunition for the personal defense weapon, which is annoying. So we're gonna do this. Take this quote-unquote friendly Triton. And then, who else needs to spend some action points before we do the thing we're about to do? Grandpa just doesn't have a play. You have a play. Your play is... dash super far forward, as always. Why would I ever do anything else?
Ready to fire. That was a kill.
Okay. Fairly sure we actually only have one enemy now. You're gonna give us some rally so that Lise can move out of the way so the Mutog can run up, and we're gonna use the Mutog. We spent all these mutagens on it. It's gonna do a thing once in its miserable life. Jesus Christ! Tens of thousands of dollars of damage just turning around. I think we're all good over here. I don't think there's actually any enemies around. Just in case, you can overwatch. Maybe something will spawn, you know. You probably don't really need to do anything. I'm just going to end turn. Mostly what I want to do is have the Mutog smack that guy with the tail. He really is running away, though, huh? It's like maybe the... Oh my god, he ran away to a position the Mutog's not going to be able to interact with, I think. Wow, good shot. Did, in fact, have a new enemy spawn. Well, I suspect it's not going to be a real issue. Whoa, what on... So when I clicked, all of a sudden it snapped to a different camera angle and then snapped to a different... I have no idea what happened there. It resulted in a kill, so it's fine, I guess. But he ran to he ran to a position where he cannot be Mutogged. What a goddamn coward. Well, I mean, it's a good play. I'm gonna have the Mutog run out here so it's not in Grandpa's way. We'll have Grandpa try to do something about this. We could probably at the very least panic this dude, right? Even with his recovery. I'll mind control him. There we go. Do we win? Was he the last enemy? Cool. Now we have a permanent Triton. Let's mind control him into a containment cell somewhere. And Vanessa does hit max level. It took 2 XP. Alright, well, that probably brings us right about to the end of the episode, which means that tomorrow might be the final. They brought us an extra Pythagoras 7, which is nice of them, right before it was time to go do the thing. And we have 3 hours left on our last manufacture. Well, like I said, our plan here is going to be... We didn't actually get to use the Mutog. I'm so annoyed. Our plan here is going to be to fly back to Symes, and then take the Symes Tiamat. Alright, we now have the ability to manufacture personal defense weapon ammunition, which is actually pretty valuable. It's not the good kind. And in fact, we had to break down the one personal defense weapon of that type that we had, right? So now I have to build a new one. That's fine. We can do that. It would be good to get some resources. Are there havens down here that will... Yeah, there totally are. Alright, Tiamat 3, go forth and trade with these people. We don't need a lot of materials.
A Legion haven is under attack.
Oh no, enemies, nowhere. Wow, that's a huge difference in force strength. Why would the next aircraft button take you from aircraft 2 to aircraft 4? Things at Karzapar are a little unsettled. A recent visit from the Shadowed Hierarch resulted in the previous Exarch disappearing overnight. Well, that is curious. Our operatives are greeted formally with great attention paid to each necessary ritual. Okay. Offer a donation? Another ritual must be completed for the donation to be accepted. When this is done, everyone seemed a little more relaxed than before. Okay. So, is this the stuff they gave me this? Because I thought we were going to give them something, but I definitely didn't have 2 Bulldog AR-50s. I mean, okay, whatever. Okay, we're here. Sorry, let me make some trades. We can certainly do that thing. All right, this will probably be enough materials for us to build whatever ammo we need to build. Magazines are cheap. We have another research available? Not really. I'm certainly not going to do that. Okay. So I believe we are now... We're going to finish that design. Actually, the people from Manticore 2 need to heal up anyway, so we're not in like a big hurry. Is there anything else we want to manufacture? Probably not, because I don't want to spend the time to like do a bunch of stuff. We can have Manticore 1 go and do a tech trade over here.
Haven destroyed.
Oh no, Phoenix Logistics B, whatever shall we do? It sure does seem like everybody has fewer materials now. Okay, so I think that's as ready as we need to get. And this is where I'm going to call it for today. That's going to be it for us for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I have no idea why the audio in this game is so spotty, why there's no music at all playing right now. Come back next time, tomorrow, when everything works flawlessly, and we probably complete the game, unless I somehow manage to screw that up really, really badly. And we'll see you then.